Can we go back to your macro real quick? Just a couple other questions. So when you wrote, output is like 10 or 15, how does it know that what you're talking about is a window to open? So you say if input is 149, output is 15.
See, we're writing to this register, LW10.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We're putting a value of 15 in LW10. All right.
And 10 says to open a window?
No, LW10 is our indirect window address. So the value that's in LW10 will determine which window is open. So let me show you this real quick here.
I see.
Now, when I change this value here, I'm going to change it to, let's say, 11, so the macro isn't going to overwrite our value, because it's only going to overwrite it if it's 149, all right? So I can put anything I want in here, and, oh, yeah, it's writing a 0 back to it. Well, one way I can fix that, we're going to get fancy here with our macro. I'm only going to do this output right if our statement is true here. So I'm going to move that up there. Before it was executing every time, so it's just going to write a 0 because I didn't have a value. It remade this output object every time. Every time it cycled, it would make this object again, and it would be new, and it would have a 0 in it. So if by having this send set data command outside of our if statement, it was writing a 0 every cycle. So if I put this inside our if statement, it will only write if we have a value of 149 in LW0. So
okay, good.
Save and compile that.
When I have an indirect window, then any buttons on that window don't somehow press buttons underneath it, right?
Well, it's possible. You can, I'll show you that in a second. All right, so here I'm going to put an 11, and it'll stay 11 until this is 149. And it's going to change. See, it wrote a 15 in that register.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, I'll do this.
And one other thing was just a question. Let's say that I want to make, if I have 4 identical controllers, PLCs, and I want to just copy the whole chunk of all the pages in Windows for all 10. Like from, let's say, Windows 10 through 30, I want to copy all those and replicate them in 40 through 60. It looks like when I do that, all the function keys that go over the windows, they change with it when I move, so that the first page of each controller does go to the correct window even after I've moved them. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, when you move a window, yeah, it will. It will do that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it won't let you have a navigation key to the window you're in. So.
Right, I noticed. But, yeah, so that's a good thing because let's say if I have 2 units that are identical, I can grab the whole chunk of those windows applicable to that one PLC, copy them, and they'll all refer to each other within that group that I just moved.
Right. So now look here. Window 11, I made it so it would monopolize the screen. all right?
Okay.
It's in total control when window 11's open, all right?
Yep.
Window 12, I didn't do that to, and I put the same buttons on there. I'm going to go to window 10. See, window 11, I can't hit this button over here, all right?
Uh-huh.
See, now I can't even get in here and change the window.
But
on this one.
but let's say even though it's monopolized, then when that state 149 goes away, it does close, right?
Yes, it would close.
Okay.
Now, here
Okay,
I'm going to
perfect.
put 12, and then, see, I can operate this, or I can operate this.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know why. I must have addressed that wrong.
And how many indirect windows can I pop up onto one window at a time, one main window?
Several.
If you go to my project, one other problem I was having is how to, I'll wait till you get there, but it's page 40. So if you look at like where it says day or even end, when I put if end, that means if where I say action there, the step at the very top says action, if the state where it says unused, if instead I change that over to the word end, then I want that hold window just to disappear. So in user-defined mapping, you can go to settings. That word where it says hold, I want that to, if possible, only show that when that unused says end, so state 3. When that goes end, then this would pop up. Otherwise, it's confusing as to why the customer has to say, yeah. Ah.
This is only going to do it with a bit, though. That's a problem.
So that would be on to making some more
macros.
Yeah, or else make a bit turn on whenever it says end. Would that be an option?
Yeah, so what you would want to do then is...
So what if when that unused word, if I made it when it says end, it also turns on a bit? Or is that too many things in one shot?
You can. Let me see what we got here.
Kind of indirect.
I think it would have to be done with a macro.
Okay. So same deal.
So you would get this value, and then in your macro you would define some so here you would do this, and we'll just call it on bit equals true, and then you would get that value. You would get this register right here, and then you would do if it equaled whatever, and then if that was true, then you would do a set bit, because this is on all the time, this on bit. So then you would do a set bit to LB0 or whatever you addressed your enable
too, the hold
address. Correct.
Okay. All right.
So that would be, so then over here, this address would be what you write your on bit to right there. All right. And then you would do in your macro, so it didn't stay on forever after that, you could do this. Oops, I should have made that one word or underscore there or whatever. And then you could do equals false or 0, either one, it doesn't matter. And then down here, you would do, your statement would look like this. If whatever your input, you would do, if it's not equal to whatever, then you do your right here to this, to your out bit. Your out, you'd write to your
give
out
it something
bit right
to do when it's not. Okay.
Well, so it'll turn it back to 0, so that will be enabled when it's, you know what I'm saying? To change the state of it in the other times. Yeah.
Yeah, so eventually it turns off.
Yep.
All right, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'll leave that there. I'll just comment it out so it doesn't wreck your macro.
There you go.
I'll actually go ahead and fix it.
Yeah. So yeah, Vince, I appreciate it, and I know it's lunchtime on where we are, but I appreciate your time, and you'll email this one to me. I'll try to work with these and try to fix my program, and guess I'll email you if something doesn't work out.
All righty. And then let's see, that was not equal to. Oops, did that backward. All right, and then here it would be let me just fix all this up for you before I send it. Now remember, you just got to imply the right input,
Right. I'm going to work on that the rest of the day. And hopefully I'll fix all this stuff up today.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. I appreciate it again. Thank you.
All right, buddy. I'll send this over to you. Take it easy.